So this is the Chinese word Ling, and here we can see a quick definition of it. Things like quick, alert, efficacious, effective, to come true, spirit, departed, soul, coffin. And it is the main word in Linghun. Now, if you've never studied Chinese, usually they have two characters for these words, unless it's like a specific grammar word or a particle or some kind of linking grammar or something. Usually they will have two, so they kind of help to describe themselves. And if you look through some of these, for example, Lingzhe mushroom, Lingzhe I think it would be pronounced, it is, it's the mushroom, right? It's a good mushroom, very good for if you're sick, you need something like that, or you do a lot of meditation and you want to reach like a high spiritual state. Things like fairy, spirit, elf, genie. There's another one, Jingling. We'll go over Jing in a minute. We also have inspiration, insight, bright, Xin, which is heart, usually heart, mind, center, the core, bright, smart, quick. So from a lot of these, and we have Linghun, soul, spirit, from a lot of these we can understand that the idea of something quick, kind of more positively natured. I'm getting ideas of the head. Of course, fire, we can see fire is heating something here. I'm not sure what this character means. I was unable to look up the radical. Could be because it's a simplified one. This is a traditional. The problem with traditional simplified is that you can lose some of the meaning. Thankfully, at least they put the fire character here, which gives it some meaning. The head is related to fire, so a lot of these things are related to the head, or qualities of, speed. Here we go, smart, clever, like the nervous system, etc. Here's another one, for example. Shenling, a god, spirit, demon, occult or supernatural energies. Ling Qi, also spirit energy, essentially. Wangling, departed spirit. So Wang, to die, to lose, to die, the spirit, or this. And specifically it's more talking about like the vital energy or the vital force, I believe, at least. Here, Ling Guang, divine light. Now this is what I like about the Hanzi-centered or the Chinese script character-centered languages in Chinese, Japanese, etc., is that you have these pictures, and when you look at this, you look at the picture for light, and you know that when a word Ling Guang, Guang means light, it's used, again, as I said, usually you will have two words. You could use it alone, but usually you would use it with something like sun, Yang Guang. Yang, of course, is, yang, yin and yang, positive, sun, male. And if we look at yang, if we go here, yang, taiyang, or taiyo for Japanese, I believe, is the sun. The character for big and for yang, big yang. And the moon, I would imagine, is like big yin or something. Actually, no, the moon's just square in Japanese, or yue in Chinese. Here we go, yang guang, sunshine, sunset, balcony. Okay, I want some more occultic ones. Here we go, yin yang. Yeah, yin yang, yin, overcast, cloudy, shady, negative, dark, moon, genitals, yes, relates to that. See if there's any, really it's just talking about the sun and all that. Positive, masculine, yang xing, it's just kind of the masculine aspect. So, yang too, that's one of them. There's also yin something. And I mean, the testicles can be yin, for example. But going on, so we've got these characters which make up things. Really, I just want to look at occultic words and try to get you an idea of, some what things mean, because it's through the language you can understand what they meant and what they, are talking about. Of course, language is referring to things that already exist. So it's just a frame. It's like a game HUD, like a HP bar or whatever that you apply over something that already exists. Going on, the Hun is more the actual soul, the immortal soul. So the Ling is just the spirit energy, so to speak. The Hun, I believe, is actually the soul. And when you combine the spirit energy and soul together, you get basically soul, you know, what people think of as soul or spirit. People use these words interchangeably. Of course, I try to say soul for the conscious center of the body, and I say spirit for the vital kind of nervous system energy, the energy of the soul, so to speak. Now if we go to Hun, here we go, basically the immortal soul. Jing Hun, so to be frightened, to be scared, when the soul is frightened, is scared. Jing Hun. Again, we can understand the language through the characters and things. Hun Po. Now this is another one. It says soul, mortal soul attached to the body. I'm really not sure. I'll have to look that one up, the Po. I know there's the Hun and the Po. I think one is I think this is the feminine soul, what they might say, the Po, the soul of the body or something, or in the body. And then the Hun is more the masculine, which releases or something. There's something to do with that. Shen Hun, and Shen is, you know, they use this word a lot for mind, mentality, and it's God and soul is mind, state of mind. You know, ecstasy, so again, relating to brain. A lot of this, you know, Hun very much relating to brain. That's like the organ of the Hun, you can think. Or would it be the organ of the Po? I'm not sure. Ghost is Gui Hun. And there's also Gui Ling, I think, which is, this one is ghost. I have Gui up here. Gui Zi. Zi is like child, noun suffix, alright. Don't know what that is. Devils, racist of the Japanese, alright. Don't want to go on that. Mogwai. Here we have, I think, more magic devil. This is an interesting one. Mogwai, so a ghost or what is this one really talking about? Gwai, ghost, demon, damnable, sinister, sly, clever. So it's like an evil being. Now it could be talking about non-physical beings, and it could also be talking about genetic kind of human-animal hybrids or animal-animal hybrids, or some kind of possessed animal. Like it could be talking about a physical thing, because it's, if you look at the mythology, especially like the Asian mythology, even anywhere mythology, they've got things like elves and fairies and demons and oni, and the oni demons with the red skin, big horns and all that. And they got all these interesting creatures, you know, like kappa, for example. Kappa, the Japanese ones. You know, who knows what was real? That's one thing you've got to take into account. It may not just be talking about non-physical, like evil, non-physical demons, you know. It could be talking about things that were really there, like hobgoblin, monstrosity, Guai Yao. Supernatural beings, here Guai Shen, so it's like, you know, demon god, so to speak. God in the non-capital sense, I would imagine. If we go to Mo, another occultic word, this is like the magic word. Mo Shi, which is magic, which is, you know, devil or magic technique. Magic meaning, I guess, you know, mystical and occultic. And there's other words for like spiritual power and such. It's not just Mo. There's like I think is this the one? Fa? Yeah. Fa is Mo Fa, enchantment, magic, or Mo Li, you know, the power. Li is power, so if you see power, or power and chi, Li and chi, they're like energy and power words for certain things. You go Mo Huan, kind of illusion, Yao Mo, and there's Yao Guai, which is, you know, goblin, witch, devil. Goblin, who knows what a goblin is, if that's like some genetic mutant creature thing, if that was real or not. Tiamo is the word of heaven, and then demon. Go to Fa. Falu, law, means, way. This is a very Buddhist, like the Fa. They use in some like Chinese animes, they use the word Fa, like Fa Li, you know, the power of like kind of spiritual power is a way to, you know, loosely translate that. It doesn't really have anything here, but that's alright. Let's look up the word Jing. Here we go. Now they can use this word for sexual fluid, like semen, sperm, and you know, women's sexual fluid. It can be extract or essence or vitality, energy, and there's a lot of words. There's like Shen, Jing Shen. You know, Shen being again the words for God and deity essentially, or very higher up. So, you know, the kind of essence, the highest essence, I guess, Shen Jing. But it's still, Jing is still a lower word. It still relates to lower things. In a way, it's like the refinement of the lower. I mean, maybe that's one way to, you know, quintessence or cream or essence, you know, Jing Ying. Yin can be used for English. That's an interesting one. And yeah, Jing Li, you know, energy. It's like if you're out of, you're just exhausted, you have no Jing Li, so to speak. Jingling, we went over that one. Spirit, fairy, elf, genie. They kind of use this one for like immortal, because again, Jing, the essence, and then Ling is like that quick, fiery kind of spiritual energy, the essence of that, so to speak. Jing, I don't know if that's a common word, but the extract of wine, or basically ethanol, you know, pure alcohol. That's an interesting way to understand that one. And do we have anything? Show Jing, insemination, to give Jing. As I said, they use it for, or ejaculate. They use it for Jing, for stuff like that. Yeah, as well. Or refined rice, refined grain. And Jing, yeah, we already went over Jing Shen. That's another one. Gas, air, smell, weather, you know, vital energy, qi. So it relates to things like weather, air, you know, pressure, I guess, smells, li qi, you know, spiritual or like pressure, strength, kind of. And there should be maybe some like atmosphere, some more slightly occultic ones. Steam, that's re qi, so hot qi. Hot air is, you know, hot is steam. Re qi, re is hot. To warm up or to heat, yeah. Or xiang is sweet smelling, like, you know, nice aromatic. Xiang qi, so nice smelling air. Qi gong is like it's kind of the application of work and effort over time. So, and then the very interesting breath work, I guess you'd say. I mean, the literal translation is pretty much just like, you could say breath work, because it's working with the air. But of course, once you get better at it, you don't work much with the breath, you just work with pure energy. Just feel it out. And of course, the traditional character has rice above the qi character, and I think the idea was it was the essence of rice, or the energy you gain from rice. Sugar, so the energy you gain from sugar. So if you, which is related a lot to nitrogen, actually. Nitrogen being related to, you know, most of the air is nitrogen. If you work with fireworks, nitrogen salts burn and make lots of air, and, you know, that's the idea of, you know, pressure from the air. So they're all related. Oxygen, yang, qi, not that yang. Yang just means oxygen, and qi in this case means a gas. Interesting. We might be able to find nitrogen. That might be, I don't know, that might be a different one, because nitrogen's related to waste a lot of the time. That's kind of the old school way to get it. I don't know if you can probably mine. Interesting, 2 fires and a qi, so it does have the qi thingo, or dan qi, yeah, nitrogen. Interesting. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. Of course, have a good day, and feel free to check the links in the description. Goodbye.